Solomon alinini ukumbuki he was given a chance ya 2 women were fighting for the baby. I'm teaching someone who's in a choir Gia Solomon but sawa so Solomon alipatiwa yes alipatiwa kuna madha wawili walikama wakifaitia mtoi then akaulizwa akasema since nyote mna claim mtoi ni wenyu chukueni half and then one woman the real mother of the baby was like hell no. let my baby live the other one who was not the mother of course was like hell yeah let's cut the baby in two
wenye lilalia mtoi
yeah so we are thinking of cutting this baby called live so it's still one of those things like we need to keep the energy for everything so we might have to sacrifice one thing I don't know we're just thinking about it it's not yeah
I was wondering ama concubines ama wives wa Solomon they were sleeping the same bed no
I don't know
ilikuwa ni kesi ililetewa it was a case
ni kesi ililetewa but wacha tucheki jo wacha tucheki tuone hizi story Aziz hatuna usingizi atimkona usingizi zao zizi if you are doing it we are doing it your story tunasema tu like we might sacrifice it at some point lakini hatuko try dude are you sleeping?
Nope.
Damn man we have a few stories wacha tunini stories kadhaa
and sleep
wacha tubongeja vitu kadhaa zile zimehappen hii wiki okay the number one story ni okay first of all let me apologize kwa ile show tulifanya episode 146 niliconfuse Centum na Saiton yes so CEO wa Centum is the one who was overpaid was getting paid 200 million do you know how much profit they made this year ama in the the past financial year minus 1 billion and this dude used to get paid around 200 million where is this money coming from you remember I'm not a player hater I'm just saying no there's nothing you're bringing to the table that deserves all that money it's not about being player hater if you're using investors money to pay such ridiculous salaries the investors need to know where is this money coming from unajua so Centum of course ilikuwa na ile jina ya Kirubi like back in the days but if you put a gun to my head and another one to my asshole me Centum Saiton no to me all those ones no najua like any real estate company that's busy giving these ridiculous figures no like leo kulikuwa na hii article ilikuwa kwa Twitter wasa walikuwa wameshare like the how much an acre of land goes for in Nairobi from the past 5 years to now so what do you think has happened has land appreciated or depreciated?
I think it has appreciated.
Nope.
Really?
Like, especially zima neighborhoods kaki na nini angalia money academy KE itafute hii nini yangu imezeeka jo watu wanashinda kwa nini naifinya hivi hii iPad yangu it has a very interesting history first of all Brondel aliniachia iPad sindo so afu vile aliniachia specifically aliniambiaga make sure your kid is using this it's going to make her learn shit very fast which she learned a lot of shit very fast she never broke this when she was 1 year old 2 years old mamate kila pahali never broke this shit do you know when she broke it she was 6 years old like I don't understand that kid we used to share it so well so right now the buttons have given up at some point I need to replace it so that's enough finya buttons hapa so nataka kutafuta hiyo money market yes money academy KE omsal kompatiana hizo value of land I don't know why I didn't take a screenshot but Upper Hill for example afu kwa business daily Upper Hill bei imeenda chini like a lot of places bei ya land imeenda chini unajua so and cause don't forget like Kenya land is overpriced like with $1 million what you'll get in America is less than what you'll get in Kenya which makes no sense najua you guys does it make any sense
no
like America Kenya alafu leo nilichekia someone had posted what you can get with $740,000 in Colombia ukienda na hiyo Karen someone will tell you to take that money and shove it up your ass you get leo unaweza pata nayo Colombia some ridiculous house so So kuna hiyo nini
some drug money drug castle
yes
type
like a very good house.
Yeah,
yes so, unaona hiyo nini ya money okay so kuna hiyo nini at some point nini yangu ikibehave yes ikibehave si nini you're supposed to look for it on Twitter. It's Money Academy iko kwa Twitter. So so niko nasema me to me Centrum Saiton it's bullshit. Kitu moja nizambia msee kama uko majuu and you're trying to invest hapa Kenya tafadhali kuwa very careful. Najua like utachezwa hii story alafu especially kwa uko majuu place ka states place unajuanga real estate you can go wrong with real estate. Yes don't try to lie to yourself you can't go wrong with real estate because now let's talk about this other motherfucker Lesedi. You saw that shit? Yeah? Lesedi?
No.
This dude who was featured in the Nation newspaper a few years ago saying the way he started his real estate company without a loan. Then a few years later the
same story
is how he made 1 billion from selling hot air. That's Kenya for you. People are obsessed na hii story ya real estate. The same way we are obsessed with Toyotas. Nakunka at some point Kenyan roads all you could see was Toyota and Nissan. The newer generation came and changed that. Nowadays you see Mazdas on the street, you see Hondas, you see such. Sindio?
Yeah.
The same way kuna mseli kam kwa comments after I told people that you can get a good TV that's either Hisense TCL. Someone came to the comments like hizo vitu za China. Buda kila kitu ni China. And how do hivyo sijui hata tunaargue nini. So kila mtu iko stuck to Sony, LG. Sony na LG have the top tier TVs. Those are the best of the best. But easy Sony za kawaida zinakuwa entry level, they are garbage and they come at the same price as a very good TCL or a very good Hisense. Unajua so hiyo kila kitu imechange kwa hii world. So you can go wrong with real estate, especially Kenya, when you have motherfuckers like Lesedi who are going to sell you a dream that's not a dream. They're going to use some celebrity. The celebrity comes and tells you how sijui this land will appreciate, sijui kuna highway inaenda kuwekwa kwa hii place. It's bullshit. Then pesa yako inapotea hivyo. Unacheki because musema especially kwanza kwa uko majuu just keep your money in dollars. Unajua pia hiyo the dollar appreciates. Like the dollar how many years ago the dollar, I remember back in the days nikiendaga DSTV kulipa DSTV at some point we used to buy $1 for 67 shillings tukilipa DSTV.
No, so time ya Kibaki when he came in power ilikuwa ni the first year ilikuwa 56
suna check
56
alafu cheki vile kumechange. So kile naweza sema like usirisk na real estate. There's this a lot of people selling bullshit and they're trying to rob you and it's all over. Mi uwezi pata nikiagi na mseji wa kujenga ocha jenga keja ocha as long as internet ina spread ocha value land ya ocha ita appreciate. But Nairobi yes ita appreciate but the probability of being robbed is super high. Saizi kuna mse pia mpatiana leo ampatiana story still meona kwa Twitter. Story ilikuwa like this guy who wanted to buy a piece of land meets this person, he's shown an ID mpaka waka do the whole transaction then he paid I think the deposit. After paying the deposit he was like before tumalizane to sign everything now wacha nikam tena now ni fancy place kituka hiyo when he's there akionyesha mse wa kufence mse fulani kama kumzona dunini hapa amuliza niliba hii land akamwambia hii land ya bro wangu na bro wangu iko majuu hajauza hii kitu mse kapata amechezo afu kupata amechezwa hiki mse si akiambia ti itabidi urudishe do yangu mse alianza kumtumia threats zile za I'm going to kill your mother, your children, your what. He just let that go. And it all comes back to our obsession with real estate. Don't be obsessed with it. Yes, if you can buy from someone you know, blah blah blah, but don't lie to yourself that it can't depreciate. Anything can depreciate. Na hizi ni vitu zote tumelearn through America. Najua because America is the most capitalistic country. True. Nakuonyeshaga vitu hata kuna watu fanyaga value za vitu zina drop alafu they buy
then zinapanda
zinarudishwa. Anything can appreciate. America gentrification. Mathare can turn into Muthaiga. if this was America. So all these motherfuckers could be thrown out and it's turned into a whole up class whatever. Especially Madhara ukiangalia place iko it's so close to Isli. And you know the value of land in Isli is ridiculous. So hivyo like an acre of land in Isli has time akina nini wanaenda chini akina what are they called upper hill. Isili was going up. Yes. Isili is the only place where you'll never find an empty house. You will never find an empty house in Isili. And akina Kileleshwa kina what is just empty houses. So kuna hizo aspects. So ufala anaitwa Lesedi alicheza wase 1 billion shillings man. Right now people want to commit suicide man. The same shit with this Saiton motherfuckers. Najua and they're all going to get away with it. That's never even lie to yourself. People will get away with it. These Saiton people are going nowhere. These Saiton people, they stole from Britain. Sindio? Started whatever, stole from the investors. Where the hell do you think they are going? They're going nowhere. Waswanakuma tolenda wapi? After kuiba do yase?
No, they are okay. Kuna structures and you wanna bring up then. I don't want to go into those.
That's what I'm telling you. Like right now they are cleaning their money. Because unachiki kile maybe wasawajui story ya Nakumat vile the Nakumat heist happened. It was simple. If you got a contract to supply Nakumat, you'd be super happy. So what used to happen is you'd supply, they sell the stuff, then they pay you. But what did they start doing? They'd sell the stuff and then keep the money. And then the supplier nambuazizi ngoja 90 days, then the company collapsed. Now, the suppliers of your time lost all their money. Sacheki. The only thing they could recover were the few things kwa shelves. Alafu stories ikaisha tu hivyo.
And how comes Nini didn't learn from that? Tuskies.
So najua.
Because immediately it was from Nakumat to Tuskies.
But Tuskies walicheza suppliers. Pia.
I don't know what happened to them.
Because Tuskies sijui because Nakumat nakumbuka ni suppliers. Like they made their money through not paying suppliers. And right now unasikia ukitembea west unaambwa ile ni keja msewa Nakumat, ile ni keja msewa. So they are cleaning the money live. Zile za utadu unacheki. So that's another thing. Ukiwaipata contract ya kusupply a Kenyan supermarket, just know there's a probability that one day utambo uende place naitwa Kajitombe. So it's a risk of course you have to take.
Just
you have to live your life.
Supply these things to Kajitombe.
Yes. And there's nothing you're going to do in Kenya. If you are rich enough, you can get away with it. So kuna hiyo tukistick na wealth and high salaries. Umesikia Peter Ndegwa anataka kuna sio anataka ishie Kajitombe.
Kuna watu wanataka kupita na yeye.
So kwa watu wajui ni CEO wa Safaricom. Alikuwa appointed during the Kenyatta era. Saizi during the Ruto era. Yes, Kenyatta 2. Yes, Kenyatta 2. So during the Ruto era there's a lot of cleaning up happening, and one of the places one of the offices that they feel like a cleanup has to be done ni hiyo the office of whatever the CEO. So they have already someone lined up, someone who's more loyal to Ruto. Najua ilo iko lined up,
someone who's the better option.
Yes. They have a better option. Okay. Nilengani twin one. So kuna hasla sana nataka kuinuliwa. Alafu ile time anainuliwa nani anaanuliwa.
Tujenge pamoja.
So inakuonyesha the rich also cry man. Like but he's made enough money.
But this dude I think he knew.
He's been CEO for
unaangalianga like a political landscape. He knew appointiwa hapo ameappointiwa na Uhuru. And these people these CEOs were big companies. They know when their job is at stake. Juliangalia like if elections kakinuka and I'm buddies with I'm the next one mwenye atafall. So ulikuwa complain like Bob Colimo didn't used to earn
as much as this guy. And the next person
so
might earn more than
like unaweza pata hata send off package yake.
Because the next person atakuwa most probably itabidi pia part of his salary itakuwa ikidropiwa na gunia pahali hatutasema wapi. But so it's guaranteed. Say okay, according to the word on the street and nini ni umse aende kulast. Inakuonyesha but I'm still he's been at least your place CEO for more than 1 year, isn't it?
2 years.
So that's at least 2 billion. That's around 4 billion made. Dude, that's enough money man. Kaucha kwa kijipanga Wajua kinyang'anywa job ya 200,000 shillings a year. 200 million a year. Zi hata mniambie nikajitombe after 5 months. Niko asanteni, unajua.
Tafuta network nyingine.
Unatafuta network nyingine.
Tafuta network nyingine.
That's another interesting thing. If this dude is fired from Safaricom, should he still use a Safaricom number? Me, I'm so petty, I'd never even use a Safaricom. Inaweza kwa tuna bila network.
I'm a telco.
Alafu internet yangu inaweza kwa Starlink. Inaweza kwa nadungia nani? Inaweza kwa nadungia naitwa the Elon Musk. Tweet like, please just bring Starlink. No more Safaricom for me. So that would be, I'd been in need. But the rich also cry, man. So,
but there's someone also who quit.
Before, the chairman. Pia alikuwa Uhuru loyalist. Like everyone who bet on Uhuru. Ama everyone, yes. Everyone. Zi wakona Uhuru saizi, they are free. Free to fuck off. Even everyone who bet on Raila. That was such a bad bet, yani. Like everyone, like wase wana suffer. Like this dude said that yakutakuwa na revenge, but
it's happening.
It's happening. Alafu nile mtadu. Najua, so a lot of people wanaishia the land of Kajitombe. So huo buda wa kwanza nitwa Ngumi, I think. Ama ni Gome. Yali amua tu kwenda Kajitombe to live tu. Hakungoja kutapwa Ngumi ya.
So unasema the next census tuambiwe population ya Kajitombe ni ngapi?
I may increase.
Sending people there.
Alafu najua it's mostly dudes in blue. Shit. They are confused like so kuna hiyo story inasemekana he might be going to the land of Kajitombe. So
asijali.
That land has a lot of people there. So alafu tukitoka hapo hata tubongejea huyu pastor. Najua there's this celebrity pastor called T Mwangi. You know him? So majuzi amerelease
Pastor T.
Pastor T.
Okay.
So majuzi amerelease one of these videos that in America nasikiaga Americans wakisema he pulled some shit out of his ass. So what did he pull out of his ass? This dude was asking like, why do you think that famous people are called goats and not any other animal?
Oh, niliona, you know the way you can open an Instagram video. Lakini uja unmute. So inaenda, but it has the subtitles na nini. So unaona, but I wasn't able to like kuimalizia. So that was the shit. The real goat.
So he came up with some shit like the goat is also the sign of the devil. Like kuna shona gaile like the devil is a human with a goat head. Just pulled some bullshit out of his ass, explained it. Like for that one person looking for a reason why Messi is evil, they got a reason from that, because now Messi is part of this underworld, blah blah blah. So but the interesting thing is goat. So you know who came up with the phrase goat? Unajua ama the acronym?
The greatest of all time.
Do you know who came up with it?
Is it
LL Cool J, nigga, the greatest of all time. Hapo na mquote. So kuna ngoma inaitwa 4321 LL Cool J featuring Redman, Cannibas, Master P, DMX. So akimaliza yosemaga LL Cool J, nigga, greatest of all time, pop. This was in 1997. So when he came up with this eventually akaanza kutengeneza hata nini alitoa mpaka album ama ilikuwa compilation inaitwa GOAT, GOAT, greatest of all time. There was no social media. Social media came, this whole thing blew up. But origins the story in LL Cool J. So even the dude nikosho LL was there like what the fuck? Like, shit, this was for rappers. No one expected like people would talk about nini basketballers as goats and whatever. So that's hiyo ni kitu ya LL. So this dude talked some shit and justified his bullshit. And it was one of those, najua zile za nikiwatch niko, this is the reason why I have a problem with religion, because people always come up with things like why would you sit down and just think there's a problem with the phrase goat and then come up with an explanation that actually makes sense, but it's bullshit. Najua watu sahau you can make bullshit make sense najua but it's still bullshit so he came up with that alafu kutoka hapo I am happy to see you man. Sure. There's super gonorrhea spreading man. I can see you're walking, you're straight, you're
you guy heart out to those people who are suffering. Ushaona pictures
yes some dude like I told you I'm in some freaking groups where I don't understand what motherfuckers do because mimi vile musema mtoyo wangu ucheza na phone yangu sometimes so I don't like when people start sharing shit. I'm in a group where someone shared a super gonorrhea dick and I was like what the fuck is this
fuck man
ama wewe unabonga je
that dick they're like
I don't want to see that like I don't even want to see a healthy dick like
as in muturas look better it's
that shit
you guys it's super scary I'm there like lakini watu upona by the gonorrhea
watu upona and the reason why this super gonorrhea because sasa now tukiangalia from the scientific side of it is because of the misuse of antibiotics. It's not that gonorrhea has gotten worse. This is the same gonorrhea like one of the people watching us because right now we have 88 people watching us. One of your grandmothers had gonorrhea. That's a scientific fact. One of your grandmothers. We don't know which one. And the gonorrhea they had is the same gonorrhea iko saizi. The only difference in that time ninis were not being misused. Antibiotics.
So imekuwa like drug resistant.
Yes. So it's become drug resistant. So nacheki. Alafu antibiotics especially in Dupleska US that's where the first place walianza kuonwa say about bacterias going wild. Because US antibiotics are misused especially for unajua nini farming especially chicken farming. Yes. So FDA ujifanyisha ina monitor but it never monitors. So I remember a few years ago nikiwatch something on Vice vile Vice wanakusikia so I think Vice did a whole feature on that
nakumbuka that thing
on like antibiotics and farming
and how in the future we won't be able to treat ourselves.
I have now tried to imagine US a dude eating that key antibiotic chicken ile imechapwa antibiotics as juani halafu anaikula ikiwa rare just eating yani I'm sure there is even dudes Pleska states you'll find kuna mse alikuwa na gonorrhea and he treated it without knowing just it's a rare chicken that chicken had enough dosage of had enough dosage of antibiotics and just cleaned his whole system up so there's that but the main thing ile inafanya ni tuna nini hivyo alafu now the worst thing about it is lately there's been a lot of chest infections. Remember you had a chest infection you had to use antibiotics you know? I also had a chest infection I had to use antibiotics every time you use antibiotics
it gets registered.
So unaweza patata hii cold ya kawaida ndio inafanya you end up so try kuimagine raya ilikuwa na cold hii wiki ikatumia antibiotics then the next week imeshika kisonono naona cheki alafu itreat alafu irudi back to the same hole another kisonono before you know it kisonono iko wild so there's super gonorrhea out there
and people also fail to unajua tukisema like we are living in this world they forget even bacterias ziko high sisi peke yetu and they are also evolving and they are trying to adapt into a world zenye haitakuwa killed by antibiotics so that's what they do they keep adapting so also for those niggas wenye amalizagi dawa
kuna kuogana hiyo
me I think I'm one of them because me shachukua like 3 times the 4th day the 5th day I've actually like 2 tablets
antibiotics I don't fuck with them hizo mimi nikizigetigi I make sure I finish but mostly zinakuaga hizo colds or whatever so I but just finish antibiotics even when you're feeling well cause cause hivyo your system you can end up having your own super gonorrhea nacheki so the super gonorrhea is spreading if you're single college or if you're single man it's still searching damn I wouldn't want to be you man
I think of a December nigga just hit it raw man because wanaenda pale natoka huko wengine walikuwa nakuja
alafu kitu wagasa interesting ni so you know there are other diseases that are very common outside Africa so sisi gonorrhea syphilis chlamydia AIDS. Those are very common huko. Unajua. But you know what's not common here but is very common in the US, for example? Herpes.
Herpes, yes. Herpes is fucked up.
Yeah.
Shit.
Alafu shida herpes ni hata buy condom you still get it.
Hata ni skin ama?
Yeah. Then it starts blowing up
everywhere.
Half you can't even hide that shit. After do you know who had it?
Who?
Asha, the musician. And you know, it's like herpes, it's forever. You know that shit, it's forever. You'll have to take medication till you die.
So you just suppress it?
Yeah, you just suppress it. So unaizo blow ups. It's forever.
Najua Asha ndio alikuwa na perform nini? New York Times Square. So unajua during New Year's Eve wanakuanga like stage for the countdown. He was the main nini.
Oh, this time, eh?
Yeah.
As long as you didn't kiss him, you're okay. Anyone who kissed that dude end up with happy.
He's being ushered to medication.
Yeah. So msalikuwa na alafu najua kitu funny ni they shared the girl that allegedly got it from. You're like, damn, you're Asha, man. Like, why are you sharing your dick like that?
Yeah.
I don't know something like if you're Asha, you have to have certain levels. Dude was just sharing dick like, like people are just weird. Like ule demo alisema alimpatia hiyo kitu haiko na nimekia sense. So so super gonorrhea iko. If you're a young dude and you're watching us, pole. Because you know it's life, you still have to live. Unajua?
And you still have to eat it, bro. You know when you're young, hata uambo to the super gonorrhea. You have a super erection.
Yes.
You guys
Now you know the worst thing about
mislead.
A bacterial infection. You can also get it from a blowjob. You know that? A bacterial infection. You don't need, it's not like a virus. Unajua like HIV, getting it from head ni harder than gonorrhea. Because that woman just needs to put that saliva. Hata kwa dem, this dude and his whatever just need to go down there. I think I told you the horror story. I tell you the horror story of this girl. Kuna dem flani niko na katiaga like back in the days. Then I've been through some shit, man. So 1 minute, I don't know what happened. No, I didn't get anything. But I don't know what happened. But she ended up ameishia Brito. So went to Britain, and then of course we lost contact. Najua. Like I was trying to hit. It's not like I was in love or anything. Then there's this once to meet. Zile la randomly like Tao amerudi Kenya to meet whatever. And I remember like hugging the woman, and then there was this stench. That nilisikia niko like what the fuck. Then mimi waganiaso nika nini just whatever, alafu at some point ile nikamuuliza like let we meet because now you are far. How you can't go violent on me. Let we meet. Something was wrong. Had you stepped on shit? Alafu I was able to get it out of the woman. Like no, I'm on some medication. I got chlamydia. Yeah.
The fuck?
She was claiming alipata chlamydia from a Nigerian dude who gave her head, not screwed her, gave her head. That means this Nigerian motherfucker had chlamydia in his tongue. Yani a lot of chlamydia, man.
And he went ahead.
He went ahead. Unakwaga tayari. So she got so that's how dangerous. Like when you hear super gonorrhea, be Buddha.
Fuck.
Be super worried. As in I would not want to saizi.
So msene as a sneeze.
Toka tinda.
Msene as a sneeze na kupatie.
Yeah, it's some shit. I don't know if someone can sneeze but it's serious.
If like, it's saliva.
It's so serious maka kwa the weekend update tutakuwa busy tukiambia rapture toke tinda. That's how serious. This super unangata vile tulisikia story. The first also to enjoy.
Dude uko happy.
Yeah, like you
drop everything. Drop your gadgets.
Take it to like you guys bado uko tinda. Ati we died we talk. Just super gonorrhea imefika. So super gonorrhea it's super, man.
I think kuna hizo like demographics like ni wapi imehit sana.
Wasema tu Nairobi. Na Nairobi ni ula nakupea ndio nani sasa shida ndio kitu hapo. afu Nairobi mtu juaga ni serious ile time ukisikia like celebrities the celebrities fuck around yani ukisikiaga people deep from the same
from the same pool
what the fuck so now you try and imagine there is these celebrities amongst themselves then usisahau they are the rich dudes trying to fuck these celebrities because it's unajua inasaidia their whatever and now this same rich dude is fucking a lot of fly girls out here because he has the money before you know it super gonorrhea jo
because unapata ma celebs they just fuck the same fans
because no they fuck amongst themselves before they if the fans yes it's the rich
unapata tu they are like 5 fans when you watatoka hapa kwa huyu msanii then waende kwa huyu mwingine then waende kwa huyu mwingine
nasikia ninakwambia the fans have the funds as long as the fans have the funds so kuna hiyo like there's a very nini but yes if you are a young dude just know it's out there but amua mimi muambiaga say like during my whole phase nilikuwa nimeamua unajua nilikuwa najidanganya tu dude kwa tulaga zile hata nikipata ukimwi jo niko tu sawa si madawa itasaidia dude hii majuzi nimetandikwa na homa nimejua singe survive ukimwi cause ingenitandika alafu ibidi ati sasa meza tu ARV niko sina hata nguvu ya kumeza ARV alafu before you umededi
so like mother alikuwa anachapia like you know UKDSI ni I think I don't know it's controllable hata ikuhit your system sana unajua kitambo hata ukuwa na medication ulikuwa unajulikana hata ukiwa uko the late stages nilikuwa niambia where she used to work ili hit sana because patients used to come there sana hata wameget wakiwa kwa nini kwa operating room so ilikuwa inakuhit mpaka unapoteza eyesight
shit
cause uko ma stage 4 5 I think your stage ingine ilikuwa ni kwenu wocha
alafu najua kuna raya zinaweza shindwa kwa nini mother alikuwa anakuambia mother Ian if you not listen to Iko Nini long enough ni mother Ian alikuwa na work mother na Buddha both walikuwa KNH Kenyatta National
so ilikuwa niambia a lot of people ili hit sana huko kwa sababu wenye walikuwa wanafanya huko night shift some used to get kinky unajua huko ni maybe early 90s late 80s so stage 4 ni like meningitis unapoteza eyesight na nini it used to be ndio maana you can understand the stigma
ndio kitu nikatsiaga na HIV ni the fact that this try and imagine if this bad disease the only way to get it was through alcohol najua like you know like before you take that alcohol you'll be like hapa naweza pata ugonjwa lakini imekuwa place utaitafuta tu
tungekuwa sisi wote diabetic we'll be on that cock shit
si ndio check but imekuwa place you'll have to look for it hata uplay safe aje it might knock your door najua so kuna hiyo jo but so lazima tungewachanua jo kuna super gonorrhea we'll still talk na you guy jia super gonorrhea
stay super safe
stay super safe all the best saizi stories as jo just give me head that's also not
ndio nasema tumekuwa na head
we've warned you
ahead
yes alafu nini kuna fight na happen hapa Kenya kesho ni ya Mandonga Mandonga mtu kazi ni mtu kazi ama ni mtu wa kazi ni mtu kazi
tuseme mtu kazi
mtu kazi so nini kulikuwa na hiyo press conference yake na this Kenyan dude Wanyonyi and Wanyonyi looks scared alafu do you know Wanyonyi is still selling mtumba utauzaje mtumba alafu this has I'm not disrespecting him as an individual like it shows you how the Kenyan system is fucked up how can a boxer who needs to put his life on the line unajua hivyo because one punch can change your whole life how does he still go and sell mtumba alafu the next day anaenda kufight
to make ends meet you guys.
As kile nanikatia ni like even these sponsors like the M-PESAs and what man, you make so much money, just sponsor this guy and tell him like as long as you're fighting especially if you're fighting madonga yeah, that dude has made us interested like if tomorrow I didn't like, have
what's if fight yote what's all the fuss
if I didn't have shit to do tomorrow ningeenda kwa hiyo fight. That's how much this dude has made us interested. He knows how to sell. Nunga mtu kazi nimeleta ngumi kutoka Ukraine pule bombs inalipuka unajua naitwa nini sugunya
alisema eneo ukipata eneo ngumi kuja vaa diaper
unaweza haribu hewa kama hujavaa diaper utaharibu hewa
but so, everyone is by the time get was say interested
me what I didn't like ni body language ya Wanyonyi ilikuwa ish like he looks like he's scared but he might end up whooping this dude because this dude has been whooped. Unajua he knows how to sell a fight but after selling the fight he's won 2 fights but the first fight he sold he was whooped.
He got a knockout.
Yes and then akauza 2 successful. Now he's mandonga mtu okay. Nida mtu wa kazi wa mtu kazi nikikupiga nitakupiga sijui nini utapigwa
so, but do actually Kenyans unapatanga mse like kama ni US ama these first world countries
yes
ukiona mse ana prepare for a fight inakuanga like imepoa time frame fulani by the time hata nini hizo like media inakam hiyo hype yote unapata mse like amekuwa kitrain na on some special diet maybe this Wanyonyi is just ameachiliwa tu hivi you know hapa ni Kenya ama natafuta shots kwa mtumba
but I don't know man but the funny thing is I think Wanyonyi might actually win but now what I don't like is Kenyans tomorrow kuna watu wataenda kusupport mandonga because unajua Kenyans pia tukwagi that patriotic tunakuaga na zile tuko ish
tunaendanga na hype
so nzapata kuna Wakenya pale watakuwa like let this dude whoop this dude's ass and we get on with what we are nini but as much as I'm not patriotic I'm still patriotic so fuck mandonga him fighting any other person at nini but I really want Wanyonyi to stop selling tumba because you can't put your life at risk because boxing looks easy from the outside. I used to be one of the biggest supporters of Anthony Joshua and I thought this dude could box till I found out he ain't shit. Like this dude can't do yani sikuizi mumu ane huruma
alichapona mse
saizi sikudanganya saizi ukiniambia tu kuna raya fulani ya mtaa yenyu Ian kuniambia kuna raya fulani ya mtaa yenyu pigwa blow na bado inatembea Iko na shot against Joshua can't handle
a blow
msa chapo blow moja anaanza kustaga like he's useless so wacha tuone kile madonga atadunini alafu asante sana for nani bigi tajiri asante sana for the super chat tutakuja kuangalia comments baadaye mtu kazi mandonga mtu kazi tutakuja kuangalia comments baadaye so tukiendelea acha tutoke hapo acha tuende to the land moja the land of America so he come to the land of America kuna manasis wawili wa Kenya wale walikuwa kuna moja anaitwa Winnie Waroro na Faith Newton waliswindle Boston City $100 million walinyang'anya $100 million which is around 12.3 billion Kenyan shillings and now walikuwa na face up to 15 years in jail walikuwa nafaa kujailiwa jana kauko states na unafuatilia story tatuambia how many years they've been jailed for so history yao history yao it's sad cause they did it the right way but they stayed in America najua so I've forgotten the story alafu vile nimesema hii nini iPad yangu ina misbehave but I've forgotten the story but they did this thing back in the days and like the money that went through their hands was around over $1 billion lakini the money yao wenyewe walijikipia ni around 100 million and they were living the American dream najua like driving Maseratis, Range Rovers living in flashy houses. They stopped stealing and now are just now living.
They started living.
Yes. But of course someone snitched.
Yeah.
After someone snitched, tunajonga zile za states, zile umelala alafu FBI. At least that's what we see in movies. So now they're facing nini.
We have a war.
Yeah. But I always say, like, if you're going to risk it for this. So they risked it for so much. And alafu this also gives me a story. There's another Kenyan I was talking to, like a Kenyan from the US. Msialika US jailer for 13 years. A Kenyan, he's back. Came back like last week. I can't give more details about what he did. But now the dude was telling me he was in a minimum security, like aikwa whatever is or maximum. So he's saying like he had a very like aikwa time hard. I don't think these ones are going to be taken to maximum security. But now doyao imekuwa whatever. Accounts have been frozen. etc. So the story is, when they stopped stealing, should they have still stayed in America?
Nope.
And should they have come to Kenya?
Kenya Z.
Yeah. So
Kenya vile umesema.
Yeah.
We like entertaining foreigners.
Yeah. Alafu extradition.
Like, yeah. See, wanaweza freeze assets na.
Yeah.
Wase last week wa live walikuwa nasema kama ni fraud.
Yeah.
You guy, your house, nyumba yenu iko Ocha.
Yeah. As uzuri wa Ocha, there's so little they can do na Ocha. Unajua uzuri wa Ocha waga nini? Mimi naweza build kimansion Ocha. Cause kama wewe si Jaluo fulani hawezi ishi pale. Unajua we Ocha kwenyu katikati ya Ocha kabisa. Any other tribe inaweza kama?
Nazi. Na hata akikam unakuanga too harmless. You know, it's just you.
Yes. Number 2, apart from the tribal factor ni are you from there? Because kama sisi nakuaga like mimi ni Jakoguta. Unacheki? So hakuna vile unaweza tokea wewe tu ni Jasiaya na umekaa tu kuishi kwa mansion yangu juu ati mimi niliiba. So na feel kama Ocha ama Jakarachuonyo. Ocha itakuwa hard sana. This a real word, Jakarachuonyo. Jakadianga. Hizi zote hizi words zinakusikia like we identify like even before checky even before rappers were US were like I'm from New York, so wanga so identify now where you from, like which set you claiming.
Jakoguta.
Jakoguta. So we nakuwa Jakoguta janya kachuguta. So me index to mean as advice. Number 1, build a house Ocha. Number 2, in that house in Ocha, have a fucking safe. And especially kama hao madem wale walikuwa states, if there are people I've seen who are very handy, it's Americans. Even American women will build a fucking wall like they themselves. So be fully American. Build how Ocha. Kuja utengeneze safe we mwenyewe tu ndo unaitengeneza kivyako. Yani unaifix we mwenyewe. Alafu on top of that, yes like if you create a safe, the wall you put hard cash in that safe. Alafu also think about your life in another country. So I always say, like, if I steal $100 million from the US, I'll be ready to live in Iran. Na utaona mi nitaishi Iran. Unajua Ian, unachekigi jina yangu ya gava. Nita change jina yangu, utakuwa unaona tu hapo naitwa Ali Hassan.
Al-Habakuk.
Yes. There'll be no stress of Christianity. Paka mtanita ule mseni a fake Joho. You guys na change. Unaniona nishanu mpaka ile kanzu nimenunua kale ka hat. Wife naambia funika nywele. Fanya watu wana steady ovyo kwa nini? Funika nywele.
You guys unaweza.
Alafu chapa ninja. Wanacheka wife amechapa ninja. Lakini anaingia kwa range, unacheza nini? Like lazima ujue you can't steal. Kuna kitu nani? Mobek alisema ile raya zilizusha kwa comments. Mobek ni mtiaji. Kwa sababu you can't lie to the American government. Me neza believe you can lie.
He's not ready to lie for anybody.
Yes, me I know you can lie to that. But you can't steal from the American government. Look at nani hash papi saizi. Like don't fuck with nini. So be ready to move into a country that has no extradition. Cause nini wajali unajua Iran don't give a fuck, they won't extradite you as long as you're spending your money there. Unataka kusema
mnaweza kuwa mnacheki nini like kumekuwa na attack Syria. And then on some nigga walking was like, "Is that Ian?"
Just move, man.
He was serious, eh?
Yeah. Don't steal money from America. You're trying to live the American dream and still be in America. No, you have to go and look for this American dream in another place.
Kama Pakistan unajua ikwangi member wa nini?
Yeah?
UN.
Oh, Pakistan.
Yeah,
those countries.
Unazi Google too.
Yes, just Google any country.
It's not just US, UN.
You guys fuck any country. Me in Afghanistan. Vile siwezi na Afghanistan because I have a daughter, so of course she'd never enjoy that. Here place like Iran, I think women can drive in Iran. Najua. The only thing is they have to be on some ninja shit.
Can they drive? I think they can drive.
Yeah.
Saudi ndio they don't drive.
Lakini unajua hata Saudi ni mabeste na US would extradite you the same date.
They don't drive, but
man.
Cristiano is driving them.
Yeah, those ones. Those one you'll need. So you just go look for those hostile countries, Venezuela. Like saa shida Venezuela ni uzafika na do yako alafu wako oh thank you, we were poor, we didn't have money for food. Like when you na umeingia na do yako and alafu ulisikia this other story. Kenyans don't fuck around. Let's ude pia Mkenya alienda Zimbabwe. How do you steal
like 100? I can help you count.
She stole $120 million from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Like even nani turned in his grave.
Cybercrime.
Yeah. When I just say Mugabe is standing in his grave like this some
like
bullshit.
I thought the whites were the real enemies.
Yeah. Like that country has
Kenya Joe.
Your country says niko show afu na madem.
Madem.
Dudes are out there America doing dumb shit.
Yeah, man.
Girls are doing some real like how madem. Lakini Joe wanna face 15 years in prison, man. So I don't know, man. Was it worth it? Because they lived a few years.
I think they should because they're getting caught.
Yeah.
Maybe the fact that we don't know what men are doing is because they're not being caught.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Ni kama ile nani Chris Rock akisema ati ilikuwa time ya Barack na McCain, John McCain. Was it the first time here? Anasema like McCain anashinda akisema he a war hero. Who got captured?
Ni kazi zile za Jay-Z za I respect the shooter, not the one who got shot. That dumb shit.
Yeah, like where are they being caught?
Zizi, but those girls, I think they played it well. It's just someone snitched. You know ile shit ya like unajua vile mudhara wahenga. Mtu akini wahenga wenye busara kwa shut the fuck up. Watu wako na busara. They used to live in a village. The fuck did they know? Walisema asiyefunzwa na mamaye atafunzwa na ulimwengu. Okay.
Hakukuwa na traveling.
Yeah, we have to
hakukuwa na ulimwengu ingine inakaa aje.
So kuna hiyo but I've even lost my train of thought on why I was judging wahenga, but what the hell are you talking about?
No,
them getting caught.
Caught, yeah.
Okay, I don't know, but I was trying to say like the first thing that they lived hiyo shida out, the only mistake they made was zi wahenga walinena hakuna siri ya watu wawili, si ndio? Yeah, so this, do you know how they walirani scam yao? Ilikuwa simple. So wanakam kwako maybe Ian uko na injuries, si ndio? So they come kwako wanakuambia because walikuanga those nurses that visit you, they started a company of visiting nurses.
Nurses without borders.
Yes. So they'll come and tell you that enye tushamalizana na wewe but we can keep billing the state and give you a cut. So wanna bill the state and they give you a cut. So of course this is a very Kenyan scam. This is a scam that if you ran in Kenya you'd be free. You'd be in the Ruto government on the high table. You'd even been in the Uhuru government on the high table.
Actually, so as you don't talk, get nurses wa Kenya thinking, but hatuna hata hiyo system ya.
Hatuna hiyo nini. So that's what they used to do. So at some point it seems one of the people wale, because you know they came and stopped. So if they came and stopped, let's say one of the people wale walifanya na hiyo scam was arrested. And America sunajua vile uaga, I'll give you a bigger fish.
Ama a white boy.
Yes.
You know, someone who was racist. I don't know.
Yeah, that or maybe even one of their friends just snitched like cause najua unaweza kuwa like unajua mimi nimekido nilifanya 1 2 3 cause I've told you ile story ya loose lips sink ships like nishaipata
top line
yeah it's this shit like sijui nishaipata gasa story but there's a dude tushaendaga kuvisit once I won't say wherever cause loose lips sink ships but so we went to this dude's place ilikuwa gamina Zak and the dude was living lavish like living like and we were a bunch of dudes so you remember he told us like don't look at me and feel like you're doing bad in life all this shit you're seeing I stole it this is not clean money but it's also not blood money I stole part of this money and I stole it through corruption and I stole it from the Kenyan government that's what he told us and then this dude gave us the wildest story so this dude used to work for a government agency I won't say which government agency then he was unleashed on some Chinese company so he went to the Chinese company and he told the Chinese company like hey you've been committing 1 or 2 or 3 crimes and the Chinese were like please don't punish us we'll give you 400,000 oh shit so this dude is being paid by government peanuts
400,000
wait he's being paid peanuts by the Kenyan government so he's told by this Chinese we're giving you 400,000 he gets peanuts he thinks 400,000 shillings this can change my life I'm good he tells the Chinese do 1 2 3 things about your situation and you're good and then the Chinese give him they gave him a briefcase so he's holding the briefcase he's wondering like hey 400,000 nini mbaya nayo then he goes he had like this very simple car and you're like the Kenyan middle class you're struggling but you still need to own a car you know so hikonaka kamkebe kake before he enters the car he decided like as soon as he entered his car he decided let me check this 400,000 shillings he opened pap ushonaga kwa movie vile unaweza open nini naitangwa nini briefcase. Open briefcase alafu light kuchape so he opened the briefcase and light kamchapa because this dude was expecting 400,000 shillings he'd give them every secret because he was expecting 400,000 shillings he saw $400,000
the fuck respect to language barrier
nacheki umse anasema
shit.
The drive alikuwa anatetemeka kwa traffic cause don't forget he has an old car so this anyone can grab his shit anytime
na pia those Chinese might be tailing him
you're afraid unaweza gongana na mtu briefcase you know like you'll be paranoid
yeah unafikirianga every wrong thing that can happen
look at it this way unexpect 400,000 shillings you have 40 million that means you woke up poor you're rich this is Kenya you're fucking rich this dude had 2 other Chinese companies to deal with he's rich now yeah so by the time we were meeting the dude meeting his place it was like this is number 1 luck that's another thing was so sahau in life you need luck kuna luck element that everyone be like I work hard fuck you you also need some form of luck so he was lucky and he was at the right place at the right time and whatever like the universe just aligns itself in ways that so this dude ended up being rich so
if it was you and you're bribed with the same amount of money will you take it
dude, have you heard me like this is a jungle man here I'm taking that shit I'm also taking the 400,000 shillings nifika nipata ni dollars niko like
okay
alafu najua he got his money during the Kibaki era cleaned it during the Kibaki era so that by the time that Uhuru was coming and going after people his money was already clean najua alikuwa shay launder that shit but the Chinese have made some few people rich here man so
hivi biashara gani
wasiwangukia like I even respect
wish the Chinese wanaweza kama sema we were watching your podcast
Yeah, here is some money to shut the fuck up.
You guys also unaweza come hapa Friday. Ana try kutune.
Iko nini? Literally. Iko nini
hapa.
So you can try and imagine.
Like,
wasi wangukia sana. Like how does that happen?
Yeah.
Like how lucky are you?
Yeah, there's the story I know also of some guy. But sasa yake ilikuwa he was working for sijui nini.
Yeah.
Taxation. And then he, unajuanga like who's doing compliant. Illegal shit, who's not being compliant. So it goes for after these guys. But sikumbuki ni wa nchi gani. The following one anaambiwa like to meet certain place nini. Then they leave and they leave the briefcase and they had 200 them.
Shit,
200 million Kenyan shillings.
You see?
What the fuck?
Hata unakumbuka ile time kulikuwa na hii scandal ya Kidero judge ati
that guy nasikia since judges. Then alichange. He was a social guy, funny guy nini. But he's a serious motherfucker. Because right now
will change you.
Yeah. Because you don't know who's gonna come back.
Yeah. Iya najua kipata 200 hata tusiende mbali.
200
ukiangukia
one.
Sikiza. Ukiangukia jackpot ya sport pesa. Yeye niko sure tayana Tanzania. You know this Iko Nini thing. You guys I don't even think. You guys don't even put me on camera. No, I don't feel the respect.
Naanza kuzusha naye couch. Na kuambia mwafi by then akutext. Is that couch orthopedic approved? Yeah. But I actually understand why people change. Najua like vile tu Jay-Z alikuwa anasema I wouldn't work this hard to stay the same. Because you also need to change. Because even when you look at saying it was take off. Who Amigos, why the fuck was he killed? Because he didn't change. You can't go to the same places you used to go when you had no money. You have to like change your whole routine. Najua. Like you have to be paranoid. All of a sudden you're driving to your house in Karen because you'll end up in Karen. Kenyans, we are not creative motherfuckers. So you're driving to your house and kuna hii gari imekufuata for long. Go like, hey shit, kwani they want to Jacob Juma mean this motherfucker. What are you trying to do? Nacheki. So kuna hizo vitu zilazima ufikiria because even hata ukifikiria the Jacob Juma story, siali dedishwa kienda Karen. Like you can't talk all this shit and still go to home. Like do some shit. Nonga zile stories za nani za biwot zilikuwa za ovyo. Biwot yuko na gari ya mbuzi imepita kumbe biwot ndio iko hapo. Bullshit. But people are showing you that you have to be super paranoid. Some people are lucky but. Yeah, some people are lucky in this world.
Wase wengi nini. Alafu watu sahawigi hiyo element. Like there's always an element of luck. And not everyone who hits the jackpot hits it through sport pesa. Some people hit it through like this dude was saying like that night he couldn't sleep. Ati mpaka aliamka asubuhi anaambia wife jo nifinye ni sasa nifinye sehemu nyeti nisikie kama uchungu iko. Anaangalia do iko.
You can't sleep you guys.
You see, and now afterwards I think if I'm not wrong alikuwa na Kamboch alikuwa anasaidia stories za hao. They had to pay her some money and tell her to go to Kajitombe. Najua. Change the padlocks and everything. They had to like it was there's that like wewe saizi Ian umepata cuz that's 40 million shillings. Will you live it in the same house?
No.
Unajua like I need this. Do you know the minute you have 40 million shillings? You'll start feeling insecure. Utaanza tu hii dirisha yangu inakuanga
like
inalia yege hii dirisha ni stable kweli. Like you'll be paranoid.
Even unaanza kudauta nini your family members. That's what money can do to you. Unasema
it's whatever.
When you una coming huko kuna a lot of access don't
hiyo wewe nini ati nataka kuja kukuona Yesu akubariki acha nibarikie tu uko mbali. Unataka pesa ngapi? 10,000 chukua 10,000 acha nibariki. Unataka kuniombea niombe ukiwa huko. Because you got hard cash in the house. Because you also can't take this money and just go
bank.
straight with it to the bank. Although during the Moi era you could.
You could, yeah.
Ask za Moi uko na ibatua.
Hata kuwa na trace.
Unaingia tu na gunia unaekelea kwa meza.
Actually I think hata nini CBK I think those days ilikuwa na luggage section. Wale wazee wanakamna. Wale wazee wanakamna pesa na ngunia.
Government nini. Alafu najua kitu kingine pia ili happen conspiracy theorists wa Kenya. Wanasema one of the reasons why bank charges have been zimerudishwa na zilitolewa high court imezistop but they are still there. I don't know the reasons is gava and watu wa gava corruption, they are trying to save the LARU.